Welcome back to the news at 10. Campaigning continued full steam ahead in the camp of the All Progressives Congress, with women leaders holding a rally in the southwest zone. Addressing a crowd of supporters and top party members in Kuto, Abeokuta, the wife of the APC presidential candidate, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, said the APC would steer Nigeria in the right direction. And from there, they moved on to the hilltop home of former President Olusegun Obasanjo in Abeokuta. Receiving the delegation, President Obasanjo said that Nigeria would become a better place if women in the country would play their role as mothers and wives in nation building.
And I mean that. When things are going wrong, if you women don't act, things will continue to go wrong. Because you have ability to act. When we have these things that really unite us, emphasize issues that unite us, and talk more about what we will do to make this country not just a good country, but a great country. And that is the challenge before Nigerians today, and particularly before those who are aspiring to rule us either at the state level or at the national level.
Former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Now, 500 youths are to benefit from the Anambra State Skills Acquisition and Empowerment Scheme. Inaugurating the scheme at the Technology Incubation Center in Nnewi, the state capital, Governor Willie Obiano says the youths will be trained in different skills that will make them employers of labor.
500 trainees taking oath of allegiance at the Technology Incubation Center, Nnewi, at Nnewi North Local Government Area of Anambra State. With the current unemployment rate in the country standing at 29.5% and Anambra being one of the few states with the lowest level of unemployment, the state government is not leaving any stone unturned in making their youth self-reliant.
We have this place as a vocational center, and therefore we give it all the resources plus the faculty required to be able to train our youth. This set of 500 people that you're seeing here will be trained for periods between 3 weeks and 2 months, depending on what they are studying. And when they graduate, we are going to give them seed money to be able to start their own business.
It is worthy to note that this is the first major technology-based youth empowerment scheme of this scale in Anambra State. The beneficiaries will receive training in various areas ranging from automobile machine, parts fabrication, fisheries, beverages, soap and cosmetic manufacturing, ICT, and so on, and many others. Anyway.
The beneficiaries appreciate government gesture in giving an opportunity to thrive.
I feel so honored. I'm so happy, and I want to say congratulations to all of us that are the trainees.
I promise to put in my best on whatever I'm going to be trained for.
Governor Obiano also takes out time to commission the newly built customary court complex in Ugwochi, Nnewi South local government area.
First Bank. You first.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The Central Bank Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has raised concerns over the partial dollarization of the nation's currency and called on commercial banks in the country to take appropriate measures to check the trend. Responding to questions from reporters after the Monetary Policy Committee meeting in Abuja, Mr. Emefiele assured that the Apex Bank may also be left with no option than to clamp down on the activities of Nigerians who insist on doing transactions with foreign currencies. He, however, expressed optimism that the Naira will rebound after the election. Meanwhile, the Monetary Policy Committee meeting left the interest rate unchanged at 13%, while liquidity ratio was pegged at 30%. And for Nigeria to achieve the desired turnaround, it requires, especially with regards to budgetary reforms, there's a need to change the structure of the nation's budget. This is coming from the Lagos State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Mr. Ben Akabueze, who was a guest on our morning program, Business Morning. Mr. Akabueze is of the opinion that spending more on recurrent expenditure will hinder developmental growth in the country. And shareholders of Guinness Nigeria have been assured that the brewing company is poised to sustain the growth momentum it started in the last 6 months. Speaking today at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Guinness Managing Director Mr. John Okefe explains how his company is on track to grow its bottom performance. Once again, our business correspondent Temple Ashaju reports.
The new management team of Guinness Nigeria is here to be introduced to the authorities of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And moments before sounding the closing gong of Tuesday trading, Guinness Managing Director Mr. John O'Keefe tells stockbrokers that the company's top-line performance is set to be sustained with more innovations.
We've just come off a very strong quarter where we've grown our top line 13%, and I would expect strong performance to continue into the next. We are planning to course correct our premium core brands of Guinness, Malta and Harp. We want to continue our competitive advantage around innovation, and we have a very full innovation platform ahead of us in the coming 24 months.
At this chart session after the market closes, Mr. O'Keefe reveals that Guinness' bottom-line performance is connected to the need to fund its innovations.
That we took the decision to invest quite a substantial amount, 52 billion naira, in 2010 to expand our brewing capacity. As a result, that has put some financial burden on our business, which we're now servicing. And that's one of the reasons why you're seeing, for the moment, a drop in dividend. But I think most shareholders will understand the need to take a long-term investment stance, and I'm confident that we will get the return on that investment in due course.
He also states that its latest brand of herbal alcoholic drink, Origin, has been a success.
And the great thing about Origin Bitters is it's 100% natural. It doesn't contain any artificial sweeteners. It's a fantastic product, and it's one of the reasons why it's such a huge success. In fact, it's one of the most successful innovations we've introduced globally, and that, of course, has just been introduced in Nigeria alone. So that has been a contributory factor. It has been a significant driver of our growth, but not the only one. We've also participated quite well in the value sector, and we're beginning to see some momentum to return to the Guinness brand itself.
Guinness' net profit for 2014 financial year is negative by 19%. Revenue was down to 109.20 billion naira. But if the new Origin brand effect is anything to go by, Guinness may be set for healthier balance sheets in 2015. Temple Ashaju, Channels Business News.
And key indicators are the Nigerian equities markets continued the northward trend as more companies turn in their full-year results for 2014. Here is Bolaji Akinwale with details.
Welcome to the stock market report. The local bourse remained relatively stable despite the retainment of the monetary policy rate at 13%. Traders and investors at the stock market, just like every other market, kept their eyes on the decision of the MPC. As predicted by analysts, the Godwin Emefiele-led MPC didn't make any changes. Consequently, key indicators at the local bourse continued in an upward direction as the benchmark index edged up 0.27% to close at 29,584 points. The market's capitalization closed at 9.872 trillion naira. Fast-moving consumer goods stock PZ led on the advances table with a gain of 1 naira 12 kobo. It came ahead of Flour Mill and Stanbic with 93 kobo and 76 kobo each. Seplat led other laggards with a drop of 18 naira 8 kobo. Other decliners include Nestle and Guinness. Bank stocks topped the volume chart as Zenith Bank and FCMB pulled the highest unit of shares for the day. In all, the total volume stood at 211.4 million shares, valued at 2.8 billion naira. And that's it on the stock market report. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
That's it on Business News tonight. I'm Imana Amawa. Many thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of the news with Ijoma.
First Bank. You first.
Next on the news at 10, Super Eagles return to action for the first time in 4 months. Host Uganda will fall in Wednesday's international friendly. That's on sports. To join us again.